Hello, my name's Jason and welcome back to I Have a Story. Today, for Are You Freaking Fracking Kidding Me Friday, I want to share this with you because this really has, I'm really kind of obviously speechless. Um, there was a time in our country where we actually raised people, taught people how to be better, how to be successful, and how to live like adults. So, I'd like to share here that please excuse me, my back's out right now. And those of you who are just joining along, and for those of you who have been following along and already know, uh, I had my house burned down, and I've got a lot of medical conditions, and I'm getting a lot of help with getting things ready for winter so that I can survive a winter. And it's been tough, and my back was out, and I still got to get outside and get some work done. So I'm going to try to make short videos. And I know I was talking about my mental and physical health information that I want to share. We're supposed to get rain this weekend for 2 days, so I think that'll be a good time for me to sit down and be able to make those videos since I can't get outside and get work done that needs to get done. And I'm a slow progress, but I still chuck away. I don't give up. I'm thinking about making a whole nother YouTube channel, or I don't know how I could fit it into this one to help people who have disabilities and are struggling physically to keep getting up and making progress and doing things in life. But with the disabilities that I have, and I'm not proud of this at all by any means, but I do get assistance, and I get food assistance, I get health benefits, I get medical transportation assistance, and I get utility assistance. And I'm also going to be sharing how I've done what I can to not be as much of a burden on that system as what I have to be. And I've made some really big jumps here in the past few months to be much less of a burden and to be self-sustainable and to show you who I am and how I don't think like a child and I try to run my life like an adult. But this is also, and I'm going to be sharing, this plays right into my mental health. And my videos coming up about mental health, even my own, watching this stuff. So I have an app that gives updates on your benefits. And I had several screenshots that I had saved throughout the past, I don't know, roughly year or so, with different advertisements they put out that really just surprised me that this is what you're teaching people who are on benefits, assisted assistance, and one of which I do have here somewhere because I just saved it not too long ago, but I cannot find it. My eyes are struggling, and I really have problems, and I do get people are helping me do this stuff, but I can only get so much help, and I'm trying to do so much. But we used to teach people to be better. This is how you're better and get more self-sustainable and to maintain self-sustainability. Why the app or the picture that I'm looking for that I can't find right now is coming from the app that teaches us and gives us our information on our health benefits, and is supposed to be giving us information and other benefits like coupons and knowledge to live a better financially stable life. The picture I can't find is they were just recently trying to get people to buy the new Google Pixel phone, which is what, like $1,200 or $1,500. Now, I'm sorry, even nobody not on assistance should have a $1,500 phone. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I'll be making videos specifically about the cell phone industry and how we got there and why it's so terrible. Um, but at the same time, why is the application that we have out there to, for people who are on federal and government assistance, state assistance, and getting benefits because they can't sustain themselves? Why are we showing them you need to go out and buy a $1,500 cell phone? No, no. No, you don't. You don't go buy a 15. That's probably why you're on assistance and don't have money to begin with, because you're buying $1,500 cell phones. No phone is worth $1,500. The car that I drive right now cost half of that, and guess what? It's got a lot more technology ability and gets a lot of done more in my life than what a little black box does. That even though I need it, and we all know what the technology is. I don't have to explain that. But still, at the same time, my car with all the technology and all the parts and all the things it can do compared to a little black box that was supposed to just be for communication. It's wrong. It's bad. And I'm going to be sharing much more with you on why that's so bad. But why is it, too, that we've got this app teaching people who are on assistance that not only do you need a $1,500 cell phone, but look at this, you need pet insurance, too. Now, I admit, I have a dog, and I'm fortunate. I always thought I had to have a big beastly dog, and the reason I have a dog, for those of you who are just joining along, and I have not got this full story out yet, but there was an assault that took place on me in my life, that the people who assaulted me came into the house that I was at, entered at night, and hit me over the back of the head with a blunt object, and continued beating me with blunt objects, and they kidnapped me and they tortured and beat me for what was estimated to be for about 7.5 hours. Had I had a dog, I would have at least got alerted that nobody could have snuck up behind me, and that is the whole reason now I have a dog. I understand the need of an animal, but I also found that I don't need a big burly dog. All I need is, I got this little guy who was given to me a few months ago, and he is honestly the most impressive, and I just love this little man. I don't need a big dog. Doesn't cost hardly anything to feed it. And in all honesty, since especially it's just me here and I'm still not eating, I just went to the doctor last week and I've talked about how my weight's down 35 pounds. I weighed in even less than what I did last time. So my weight's still dropping. So my dog actually gets quite a bit spoiled, I guess you could say. But also, I can say I go buy a big bag of dog food at Walmart for, I don't know where it's at now. Fortunately, I don't have to buy it very often. I buy that big 45-pound bag of dog food, and it lasts him 6 months. At least. I don't know. It's been out there. I can't even remember the last time I bought the bag, and it's still 3/4 of the way full. So he don't cost me peanuts. But what he gives me is a lot more than what I'm giving him. So I understand the need for an animal, but at the same time, how much if you followed everything this app keeps telling you, buy a $1,500 phone, get insurance on your dog, and on and on. They've credit card advertisements that they've put out here. We'll help you get into a credit card. There's ways that you can build your credit back up, but you're actually teaching people to go in debt. Especially at a time when credit card debt and rates and everything are really in a bad position in our country. You don't push people who are in poverty to go further in debt. You teach them ways to build up higher, not go buy a $1,500 phone and put insurance on your dog and go in debt with a credit card. There was a time in our country that they actually taught us how not to do these things, and this was the wrong things to do, but today we're teaching people this is right. It's okay to eat unhealthy and be overweight and obese. That's okay. Where'd my country gone? I love my country. I'm not giving up on my country. As much as I want to, God, there's days I just want to go find me a little island and get me a little community of good people, and let's just live a simple life. Oh, free of it all. Free at last, free at last. That to me sounds like freedom. But I want to share with you, and I'm sharing this for a lot of reasons. One, so other people see who are not on assistance, and I'll tell you more. To tell you how much I hate being on assistance, when after that assault took place to me, I tried working. 3 days after I got out of the hospital, which they released me early, and those are more stories for later on, I still had blood coming out of both of my ears, blood coming out of my tear ducts in my eyes, and I'm out trying to wrench on cars, and people are going, Jason, what is wrong with you? I got bills to pay. I need to make money. You just pick me up and all. I can't stand up on my own. You pick me up and down off the ground. I've got the knowledge. I can still lift my arms. I can't see for squat, but I can do these jobs blindfolded. My doctor's fighting with me. You need to go on disability, Jason. What are you out there still trying to fight for? I refused until I hurt myself even more trying to fight to stay on my feet. More stories for more later. But I really want to share this with people, and I want to share people who are out there on assistance. Don't fall for this garbage. Please like, subscribe my channel, share my stories, help me get this knowledge out there to people to help people actually become better and not fall further down the rabbit hole. That's what I'm here to do, and I'm here to help people share knowledge and gain knowledge from other people, and people start communicating, start talking. I respond, at least right now, with a small community. It's not that difficult to make communication with all the responses I get. And all the people that I talk to outside of just what's being in my comment boxes. Oh, this fly. Get off of me. One little fly in here just won't stop. And I also want to share with people, I know you guys see that, like, the bad aura around me, that a lot of people may possibly see. And I don't know if I could feel it. I know and I've watched my videos going, oh wow, I didn't realize I sounded like that. I want to getting onto my medical videos and the things that are wrong with me medically, not only for my benefit, for yours as well, so that you can learn stuff about me, what I've learned about my problems, and also so I can hopefully reach people to learn more about the problems that I have, so I can continue getting help and being better. I don't know how I'm going to get outside and get stuff done on my back, but you guys also have to understand the pain that I'm in. Thank God I've got some pain pills now from my doctor that really allow me, and without them, I don't get as much accomplished, and that's what it's all about. I need to accomplish, and I don't have fun. I don't know how to have fun. I got too much to accomplish and focus on. But I also want you to know, I'm here to talk about a lot of negative things, and I do talk about a lot of negative things. So it's also hard to be happy in spirit about the things I talk about. But on top of that, the physical pain that I go through, I'll tell you right now, I am hurting, but I still got to get up and get outside and get things done, or I'll freeze when winter comes. So that's life. I do as much as I can, and I want to share with people out there with disabilities. I know it can be scary, and I get a lot more done when there's other people around because I hit the ground a lot. And if I'm here by myself and I hit the ground, I can't stand back up, then I worry. At least if somebody else is here, no matter who it is, bring me a phone, call 911, help me get up, or just sit here and talk to me and calm me down and relax me so I don't have this slight panic effect going on that there's nobody here. That fly. Oh, and that hurt my shoulder. So please like and subscribe and continue joining along. I know it's not always the funnest and enjoyable, but it's also, that's life. Life is not always fun and enjoyable, and we need stuff like this to stop teaching us that life is just supposed to be fun and enjoyable. We're supposed to be adults and making proper decisions. This is a terrible decision. Don't buy a $1,500 cell phone, especially if you're on public assistance. Don't put insurance on your pet, especially if you're on public assistance. How, people, are you going to pay that credit card debt if you're on public assistance? You don't need none of this crap. Yet our country's been teaching us that we do, and it's the only way you can live and survive. And without this, you're nothing. You can't make it. Need to change that outlook, people. We really do. One of the blessings, I am really, really freaking fracking blessed that with all the bad that's taken place in my life, I do get buried in pain of it, but at the same time, I actually look at it, learn from it, and try to become a better person of it. And in doing so, I've realized the most important things in life. I've realized that the separation between the necessities and what we've been taught are necessities, what I see around me, so many people thinking are necessities. A $1,500 phone is not a necessity. Pet insurance is not a necessity. I know it feels good, but again, I'm going to be sharing. Hopefully next week I get that out. It's going to be a lot of information, and I could probably talk for weeks about it, especially trying to keep my videos short. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to get going here. But I understand why people want to feel good, and even more so why they're trying to feel good, and what's caused them to make all that happen in their body. Please stay tuned because it's some very good information, and I'm really hoping to break some ground with what I have to share in a lot of areas. I got a lot to share. So I'm going to get to work so that I can get back to sharing. So I hope everybody has a good afternoon and good day, night, evening, wherever you're at, and what time of day it is you're watching. But this is really something we need to stop. We need to stop this feel-good world we live in and start being adults and start doing the proper things to make right decisions to become better, not falling down the rabbit hole.